We have seen in the last lecture that this method, this particular signature, is the entry point of our program, and whatever we will write after this inside this curly braces, this one is starting here and ending here. So whatever we will write inside this curly braces will get executed. Okay, so in this lecture we will try to write some simple code, and we will try to learn the primitive data types. Okay, this is a means or from the Oracle website we have the Java documentation. So primitive here you can read this. The Java programming language is which means that all the variable must be declared can be used. They involve the stating the variable and the name as you already seen. Okay, so Java has multiple types of multiple types of data types. Okay, which can hold a particular value. Okay, a variable data determines the value it may contain plus the operation it may perform. Okay, something like this means these data types can hold a particular value. So earlier what we have done, we have written something like this, right? System dot out dot print ln. Okay, and something like hello. For now, don't focus on this part. Okay, I will tell you later. Just keep in your memory that this line will print anything what will write inside this braces to the display. Okay, so suppose currently I am writing hello, and now let me just save it. Let me go to this one and let me write java c and demo.java. Okay, now let me do java demo. Okay, so see it is printing hello. So for now, just keep in mind that magically somehow this particular line is printing whatever I have written inside these quotes. Okay, inside this bracket. So what we will do here, we are just printing, right? So suppose we want to do some mathematical operation and we want to add two numbers, right? So either we can directly write 2 plus 3, right? Simply here. And now let me save it and let me again do the Java C and let me do Java. So see it is printing 5. But now suppose I want to hold these values to a particular variable so that I can use it later. Okay, in that case I might need some holder, right? Means which can hold the value. So these data types, whatever is written here, byte, short, int, long, float, double, boolean, char, these all can hold particular value. Okay, and there is a character data type and there is a string data type also. Okay, string we will learn later, but for now focus on these data types. Okay, means byte. For byte, it is saying it is a 8 byte signed integer. Signed integer means 8 byte means it can hold a value of minus 128 to 127. Okay, byte can hold this much, these many values of integer. So suppose it is saying the highest value it can hold is 127. So let me just go here and let me keep this one. Okay, let me just add a line byte, the data type, and the variable name means you can write anything. Okay, b11 I am writing, and equals, this is the assignment operator, and it is saying that you can give maximum value of 127. Now let me give 129 and see what will happen. Let me go again here and let me try to compile this file. So see, compiler is complaining incompatible type possible lossy conversion. Lossy conversion means it is saying once we will convert it to means in the bits structure. Okay, it will get means it is a greater value than whatever is written in the documentation. From the documentation perspective, it is saying byte can hold up to 127 only, and short can hold up to 32767. This is the maximum value it can hold, and in the this is the negative value, maximum negative value it can hold. So let me just go here and let me just change it to short. and see if this is working. Let me again do java c demo.java. So see, it is compiling, and now let me run. So it is running also, right? Means now as I change the data type, it is it is not complaining and it is holding this value. So now you might have understood why we need this data type, because we need to hold the particular value, and these are the data types it supports. Okay, byte can hold up to -28 to 127. Short can hold up to 16 bit, means 32767 in negative value and 32766 767. Okay, it to the highest value in positive. There is a int type which you are going to use heavily. Okay, this can hold up to -2 to the power -31, 2 to the power 31 -1, and there is a long, it can hold more than int. Okay, so see how, why means why you are means why there are means multiple data types, why they can't just create a long data type so that it can hold all the values -260 to 60 263 -1, right? It can create only one. Why they have created four? Because see, when you will create a byte, okay, compiler already know that this can take up to 8 bits only. It cannot take more than 8 bits, and they have already written, right? So it will allocate 8 bits of size memory for the byte. So suppose if they have only the long type, so whenever you will assign a variable, whenever you will assign a variable, suppose we have only one data type which is long. Once we will assign this variable, how many bits will be allocated in the memory by default? It will be 64 bit, because compiler doesn't know, means how means you can change this value, right? You can change this value means later in the program. So compiler already allocate 64 bits of memory to this one. So if you are working with means suppose small integer values like 2, 300, 200, why do we need the 4 bytes? Why do we need the 64 bits? We can use the byte only, right? Because it can hold up to 127. If we already know that my values cannot go beyond 127, then I can only use the byte, so that compiler is always means Java will always allocate the 8 bit of memory to it, so that it will be memory efficient. So that's why they have created byte type, short type, means it is an incremental manner, right? 8 bit, 16 bit, 32 bit, and if you have a very large number, you can allocate to long also. Okay, we will see there is a concept of big integer also. Okay, and there is a float data type. Float means you can write the values in decimal. Okay, and for the decimal value there is again one more data type which is a double, which is 64 bit. Float is 32 bit. Okay, that's how means you should read the documentation. That's why means I am showing you first the data types. Okay, means how you are going to understand why they have written all this. Okay, now these four we are saying it is for the integer values but means 1 2 3 4. These two are for the decimal values like 1.2 3.5 something like that. And there is a boolean data type. Boolean data type means yes or no, means day or night. Well, means suppose there is a value if you are there or not there, right? If the can is empty or not, like you need to take the decision on yes or no, whether you are coming or not, something like that. Okay, so in your program this data type you are going to use it. Okay, this boolean, this will be a true or false condition. Okay, so suppose let me write a boolean data type, and I can write give the name anything. Okay, now let me assign one here. Let me assign the integer type here, and let me save it, and let me just do the Java C. So see, it is complaining incompatible types. Int cannot be converted to Boolean because this is an integer value and I am assigning this value to a Boolean data type. So it will not work because from the documentation they have specifically written that it can hold only true and false. Now let me change it to false. So let's see if it is complaining or not now. No, it is not complaining, right? So it means These data types can hold a specific type of value. And why they have created these many data types? To make it memory efficient and to means so that you can hold all types of values. Okay, there is a char means a b c some character if you want to hold. Okay, that's why we have char data type. And there is a string data type also. String data type means it can hold means multiple characters at once. Okay, so it is something like this. There is a string data type s and you want to write hello there. Okay, so it can hold this particular string, this particular characters. These are the characters. H is a character, E is a character, but you're combining all the characters and then making a string. This is a string data type, so you write it within a quotes. Okay, so that's why we have these many primitive data types. Okay, byte, short, int, long, double, char, boolean, char, okay, and string. So you can write it, means read it in the documentation, means how much memory it takes and why we have these types of data types. So hope you understand the data types in this lecture. Thank you.